The reality of a European capital city being bombed by Russia as the war in Ukraine rages is still hard to fathom. The situation is getting more dire by the hour as the Russian military news surrounding most of Ukraine tightens. But Ukrainians are literally fighting in the streets to defend the key cities of Kyiv and Kharkiv. If there's any good news, it's the overwhelming international show of support for Ukraine and President Volodymyr Zelensky. In the past 24 hours, the U.S. and allies ratcheted up financial pressure on Putin with massive sanctions. And in return for those tougher sanctions, Putin has put his nuclear deterrence forces on high alert. CBS's David Martin is here for more on that. But first, we begin with Charlie D'Agata in Kyiv. Charlie?
Good morning, Margaret. The Ukrainian president has accused Russia of intentionally targeting civilian areas in another night of artillery and airstrikes here in the capital. But Russian troops have run into fierce resistance as Ukrainian forces hold ground, and no major city has been captured. The Russian military expanded its aerial onslaught overnight, taking aim at oil and gas facilities in a wave of attacks. In Ukraine's second city of Kharkiv, street battles are underway as Ukrainian soldiers and civilians struggle to keep control of the city. In Kyiv, a missile tears through an apartment block, where we found dazed and displaced residents dragging belongings away. This is some of the debris and rubble that rained down from this apartment block after a missile strike. The Russian military says this is not one of ours, instead blaming Ukrainian air defenses for going off target. Many have sought shelter deep underground in the city's subway network. Angelina moved here from Crimea after the Russian military invaded there in 2014.
You don't know what to do. You're just scared and that's all. But now I know what to do.
The government has called on men 18 to 60 to step up and fight, handing out around 18,000 weapons. They don't want us revealing this location because they don't want it to be a target for the Russian military. But we have seen a steady stream of volunteers. The commander told us it's not hundreds, but thousands, very few with any military experience, every single one of them ready to fight. Ukraine's soldiers and reservists now man checkpoints in the city streets on the hunt for plainclothes Russian saboteurs trying to infiltrate the capital. Now, explosions have continued overnight and really throughout the day here. To give you an idea of how tense it is, the mayor has ordered everyone off the streets until at least tomorrow at 8 a.m., saying anyone caught outside will be considered an enemy. Margaret?